So here is my short-ish review of Dragon's Dogma 2. First off, we'll start with the gameplay. It is fantastic. The vocation system and how that kind of determines how you attack certain enemies and maneuver throughout the map is really, really good, and I really have no complaints about that part of the game. Second, we have the customization, and the vocation system kind of plays into this a little bit, but I kind of want to talk more so about how you can create your character at the start, and it is one of the best I've ever seen in video games. Next, we have the story, which I wasn't a huge fan of. I didn't do every single mission in the game, but I did do the whole storyline, and it just left me wanting quite a bit more. Next thing I want to talk about is the pawn system. I really enjoyed that aspect. It gave you kind of a multiplayer sense without actually having multiplayer, and I loved it. The interactions between them, how they fight with you, is awesome. So next up is the real big topic of the game, which is the enemies. Yes, they get very repetitive. The mini bosses and bosses were fine. They're really enjoyable to fight, but fighting goblins and harpies every 5 seconds, it seems, while you're exploring, does start to wear on you once you get deeper into the game, where it becomes quite bland, actually. And the last big topic I want to talk about is the visuals of the game. As you'll see in the clip I have here, there's some facial animations that are really lackluster, really reminded me of when Mass Effect Andromeda came out. But other than that, the frame rate wasn't a huge issue. It does kind of affect it a little bit, but the overall world building and cinematics of some scenes are really beautiful, and at the end of the day, it is a sight to see. Yes, the frame rate does bring it down, especially in combat, but as far as it goes for just pure visuals of the game is really beautiful. So if I had to give the game a score, I would say it's probably a rough 7 out of 10.